So it's been a little while since I've done a car video. I've been enjoying the heck out of this car. I wanted to show you a couple things and also tell you about the new / very used car that I'm actually going to pick up. I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to be going down, but let me start with this one. So yeah, my 1998 Nissan Skyline R34, I just redid the headlights. I'll show you the pictures right here. I didn't get too many good shots before. I'm going to show you some of the old videos of what the headlights looked like originally. And I ended up going to a local detail place and talked to the guy there, and he's like, yeah, this should bring it back to life. It was a Jax Wax headlight restoration kit. I didn't film it because I didn't know, I was like too stressed out about doing it because there's a lot going on. So I kind of just figured I would just film the before and after. And well, here's the after right here. And they look really, really good. Like my car looks substantially newer. It's crazy because like this is such a great car. It's in awesome shape as is, and the fact that like these headlights, like the front of the car got a big time facelift. I guess I'll point this out as well. You can see this plate right here. I used to have like the dealership plate that I got it from, but I didn't want to run that forever, so I ended up coming up with an idea of covering it up. I took this piece off and it looked ridiculous without it, so I ended up finding a place that was going to make like a little cover pretty much for it. So I ended up putting ER34, you know, since it's a GTT. So I don't know, I really like the way it turned out. I think it fills up the space really good without like really filling up the space. Pretty happy with it. Over here, the other headlight, you can see it looks awesome. I also want to show you this. I ended up getting a double DIN setup for this car. So this is for an R34 GTR. I believe this is going to work. I didn't like try to test fit anything, but I have like all the parts for it. And also in that box right here, this one, I have a Pioneer head unit, so I'm gonna be able to have Bluetooth. I could even set up a backup camera if I want to as well. But I'm pretty excited to get that put in. My friend is actually gonna install it next month, just about like a month from now. He's a little bit busy and I can't do it on my own. My fingers are terrible. Like I wouldn't be able to handle everything, like all the small pieces. I'm a big time hack when it comes to it. I'm gonna bring you to the other side of the car and show you what else I did. If you come and look right here, like all along this edge of the weather stripping for the windshield, like it's got that just gunk that's around it. And there was a really, really bad bit that was on the side of the car here. I ended up putting a ton of work into it, and I ended up like trying to get it all off. It took forever, but it looks so much better now. I also ended up getting some touch-up paint because there was some really junky touch-up paint that was put on here. I'll show you some close-up photos that I have, but like right here, it doesn't look great. I was taking the touch-up paint off of this car. The color that didn't match at all, but I went and got touch-up paint done, and the touch-up paint that I got looks really, really good. And I'm coming up with a game plan of how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to tackle it or not. Like I started doing really, really small stuff. Like if you can see right here, I am not too sure, but there's like a little bump. Like that was something that needed touch-up paint, and it's like kind of bubbling. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. But these two little bumps right here, I did a little bit of touch-up paint, and I'm kind of like looking into how I could like sand it down and smooth it out, but like trying to do baby steps. I don't want to go too crazy with it. But yeah, the car's been great. It's running awesome. I was thinking about it because this car being parked in my garage, every time I moved it, I never noticed anything underneath of it. Like it has no leaks at all. And that's so crazy to think like a 1998 Nissan has no leaks. It's awesome. I freaking love this car. It's in such great shape, and I'm just happy to have it. And it's just so cool, just like coming into the garage and seeing this thing all the time. And like when I drive it around, people like get so excited about it. It's been a really, really cool experience. But I guess we will move on to what this whole video is being based off of and what kind of inspired me to get this video going and tell you about this car. But I was looking at cars. Again, it's kind of what I do. It's something I've done forever. I'm just looking around. But there's always one car that I've been looking for, and one car in particular, one color in particular. And I finally found one that got me pretty excited. That passed like all the tests on it. And I used to have a version of this car, and I ended up selling it. You guys might remember on the channel, I used to have the yellow WRX wagon. It was a 5-speed manual. I was thinking maybe I can drive this thing, but the truth is I couldn't. The car was just sitting there. And to be honest with you, I bought that car like sight unseen. It was pretty junky too. I did love the car. It was really, really cool, but like, man, I can't drive manual. I need an automatic. It's just not safe for me to drive a manual. So I ended up selling it to my cousin. My cousin ended up having it for a little while and then selling it he actually traded it into a Subaru dealership for a new WRX. I was so pissed because like he like totally like pretty much gave the car away. I would have liked to get my hands on that one again. I wish he would have told me. But anyways, besides the point, we're moving on from this. I am actually flying by myself tomorrow from down here all the way to Georgia to Atlanta. I'm going to get an Uber. I'm going to take a 50-mile Uber to a used car dealership that has a 2003 Sonic Yellow WRX. It's a bug eye. This thing is a sedan. It looks awesome. I mean, you can see in these pictures right here, it looks like the front and rear bumpers are a little bit beat up, but the rest of the car looks like it's in really great shape. And this car has 178,000 miles on it. Yes, it's a decent amount of miles, but if you look at the Carfax on this thing, it's been serviced at Subaru for its whole life. Like the person that had this car, one person too, single owner car, has had this car and really loved this car. And it really reminds me of, you know, this car, of how this car was loved. So I am going for it. I am flying up there. I'm hoping this car is everything I'm expecting it to be. And then I plan on picking this thing up and driving it all the way back. It's going to be about a 9-hour drive, so it's going to be pretty heavy. But I figured I would bring you guys all along on this journey. We're going to fly to Georgia. I'm going to show you this car, and then we're going to start to drive home. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's do this. After a very long day of travel, I made it all the way up here to North Georgia, and I ended up picking up this yellow WRX. I'm going to show you all about it, but today was wild. I had to fly to Atlanta. I ended up flying Spirit. I got a first class ticket, which is not really first class. It's only got like 4 seats total that are like a little bit wider than the rest, and the truth is my body doesn't do good on flights at all, so I just wanted to make sure I was comfortable. It cost me like an extra like 30 bucks or something like that. Either way, it was great. And then I had an Uber driver drive very aggressive to get us all the way up here, which is like an extra hour. I'm going to be driving this thing 9 hours home, but I figured I would show you this car up close and personal and just tell you a little bit about what my game plan is with it. So here we go. We're going to start with the exterior of the car. I mean, it's in pretty good shape considering it's a 2003. The front bumper and the rear bumper are definitely the worst. They need a little bit of help. You can see like the color like almost looks a little bit different between the metal and the plastic. But look over here. This is like the worst part about the front bumper. You can see it's got some damage in the front. They put very, very close touch-up paint on it. Yeah, that was almost slid right by. I don't know who did that one. It must have been the original owner, but it is what it is. I guess we'll just keep on going around here. There's a couple like random like dings and scratches around it. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's pretty good for all things considered. Now, the reason why I bought this car is because it has an awesome Carfax history. It has 47 service records on here. Somebody loved this car. They did all the maintenance at Subaru, which is great, but see right there, the paint is wearing out. Over here, here's the biggest scratch. That scratch sucks. Got to come up with a way to fix that a little bit, make it look a little bit better. And there's a couple like random scratches around the car. If we go to the back of it, the back bumper definitely looks pretty bad when it comes to the different colors. Looks a little faded. It's got a bunch of marks on it, so I really want to get the front and rears resprayed. But if you look at the trunk's perfect. It looks mint. Thing looks so good. I'm so happy that they have the original, you know, Subaru and WRX Impreza on it. Looks really good. This car is bone stock. It's been bone stock its whole entire life. So this thing it's never really been beat on at all, especially since it's an automatic. You can see the taillight has a little bit of moisture in it. Walking around here, you can see this back bumper looks rough. Got to get this one resprayed, but I expected that. That's not a big deal. Coming over to this side of the car, the edges aren't too bad on the rear door. Like there's not really many marks on it. There's a ding right here somewhere. Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. Oh, right here. Here's a ding. You can see it's like almost like some kind of like long dent. So hopefully I can get that sorted out with some paintless dent repair. This side of the car, not too bad ding-wise or anything, but the inside of the door right here definitely has a little bit of, you know, chips on it from opening into things. Not too bad though, is what it is. You can see it's wore out on the handle as well. I'm gonna give you guys a side profile shot of this WRX. It's bone stock. This thing looks so good. I love the way that these cars looked. I've been a huge fan of these cars since I was a kid. My brother, he had one, and this is like the first cool performance car I was ever in. So I just love it, I really do. Let's pop the hood. So here is the engine bay. I sent this over to my friend Ricky Hoffman, who has been working with Subarus forever, and he couldn't believe how clean this interior was. He's like, oh, the plastic pieces are on it. He goes, I've never even seen that. He goes, usually they're all gone. So this thing was definitely cared for. It has so many Subaru service records at a dealership, so that's really awesome to hear. Close this one real quick. Make sure that's closed so it doesn't open up while I'm driving. So I guess I'll show you the back seat. Very clean, definitely really good shape considering it's 21 years old. But we'll move over to the front and I'm gonna show you what I'm working with for my drive home because I have it all set up already. So, getting into the car. It's a blast from the past. Brings me back to my brother having his car. I used to love that car. Let me show you the interior. So we'll start with the passenger seat. You can see it's in really good shape. It looks really nice. I'll show you where my camera bag is. It's pretty clean down there. Really not beat up at all. Now in the interior here, you can see this is kind of nasty looking. I wish there was a way I can clear that up and make it a little bit newer looking. The buttons are wore out over here that control the mirrors. This is really interesting. This has the factory radio that's in it. It has a CD and a cassette. What I ended up doing was buying one of those cassettes that you can attach to a phone, and I'm going to be using that for the drive home. So I got my phone set up in the corner here on a wireless charger, and then that is playing through the radio, and it actually works, which is shocking. 178,000 miles on it. It's definitely a higher mileage car, but the person that had it cared for it big time. They loved it, and I am pretty amped up on this. So my game plan is to bring this car back to life without overdoing it. I want to try to fix some of the things, make it look cool. I just want to clean it up. Anything that needs tending to, I'm going to work on it. Like just trying to make it run smooth and run good. I think this is going to be an awesome daily cruiser. I just want to drive this thing around Florida and enjoy the heck out of it. For all of you that are watching, I know you guys saw the automatic transmission. If none of you understand that I can't drive manual anymore, that's the whole reason why I have the automatic. I wish I could drive manual. I would have done this a really long time ago if that was the case, but I had to wait until I found the right car, and this one seems like it's pretty good, all things considered. So yeah, this is awesome. I'm super excited about it, and I hope that you guys are too. I'm going to get these things painted as soon as possible, get the bumpers fixed, and then any other things that I can tend to, I'm going to be doing that as well. I also want to like update, the radio, put a different radio system in it. But man, this is going to be cool. I'm about to drive 650 miles in this car. I'm hoping that everything goes nice and smooth. We will see, but I'm going to keep you updated on this ride home, and we'll see what happens. That's all I can say. All right, I'm about a half an hour into the drive. I decided to stop at a Moe's that's here. It was like the only thing that I could find that was like something quick and easy. I just want to show you a couple of different things about the car that have been going good so far, at least. Well, here's a cup holder. It's definitely not your average cup holder. There's nothing in the middle here. You just have that tiny little one that's barely going to fit anything. But yeah, that's the main cup holder right there. Good thing I got this little baby drink, or it would have fell over for sure. But one thing that's been working really good is my setup right here. Not only am I able to charge my phone on this wireless setup that is running power off of that cigarette lighter right there, but I'm also able to use this for music and Bluetooth using the cable into the cassette. It's actually awesome. It's an Insignia, and I'm shocked. But so far, so good. This car has been running awesome. It's getting smoother and smoother. Like my first initial test drive, like this thing's even smoother now since I've been on the highway, which is crazy. So I'm pretty stoked on this thing so far. I was just talking to my brother about it. He's like, I can't believe you have 2 yellow cars. I was like, yeah, I can't either. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm gonna check out. I got a long drive. I have 9 hours and 22 minutes to go. So yeah, I'm got a lot to do. It's right now, it's 5:44 p.m. So it's saying I'm going to get home at 3 a.m. if I drive straight through. So if I feel up to it, I will do that. If not, I will go get a hotel somewhere. But I think I'm going to be checking out right now. I'm going to end this video unless something weird happens that you guys need to know. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tomorrow I already have a thing scheduled to get these dents taken care of. I met the guy last time with my Skyline. Super cool, and I'm pretty amped up to go and show you the process of that tomorrow as well. I'll definitely incorporate that into our next video, and hopefully I won't talk to you guys until the next video, because that means we got back nice and safe. We'll see you guys then. Peace.